What am I doing? Oh. Ooh, that wasn't even good. What's up, YouTubers? It's your boy, Meech Justice, and happy Monday. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Meech TV. And, if you haven't already watched my Mother's Day episode, because it is Monday, the day after Mother's Day, make sure you click the link below. I'm going to put it in the bio of this video so you guys can go back and watch it because it was so magnificent. I've got so many great responses. But needless to say, thank you for tuning in to Mondays with Meech. Your latest in entertainment news, gossip, TV, music, and more. And this week, we're just going to talk about the latest Insecure episode, amazing, as well as the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, part 1. I was going to name this episode like Black AF, and I'm not talking about the Kenya Bears show, which I could and I should, but actually that's off limits. But I'm going to talk about Insecure, Real Housewives, as well as some new music. So just buckle your seatbelts because it's a new Mondays with Meech. Alright, so before we go into, Insecure and Real Housewives, there are some quick things we can get off the table real quick and easy that I just thought were appropriate for us to address. You ready? Last Wednesday, we were blessed with our forever First Lady, Miss Michelle Obama, putting out a documentary entitled Becoming, which is the same title as her memoir, which was released last year. And I truly love the documentary because it gave us a different look into, Michelle Obama's life. It was a lot more personable, as well as it wasn't really about the book at all. It was a background journey of the book tour. But basically, she gave us an inside look into her team, her family, because her mom had a special part in it, as well as Barack had a special part in it, as well as her daughter, Malia, had a special part in it. And then what I appreciated the most about it was that Michelle took that time to highlight other people's stories. And these are just regular people that she's impacted and inspired. And she's basically saying, she's still becoming. And that's really what the documentary is about. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's amazing. Michelle Obama, Higher Ground Productions, Becoming. I recommend it. Okay. Up next, still staying on Netflix, we're going to talk about this new series called Hollywood, created by Ryan Murphy. I truly enjoyed it. I laughed. I cried. It's only 7 episodes, but I do like what Ryan was trying to do. Basically how they were trying to depict, interracial relationships as well as LGBTQ members of society back in, the 50s in Hollywood era. So I truly appreciate what the series stood for and what it was about. I think Ryan did a great job of capturing all our emotions as viewers. And I just recommend you guys go see that too. Hollywood on Netflix, as well as Michelle Obama's Becoming. And now let's get into some music because I think this would be a good transition into Insecure, but let's just talk about who just dropped some new music. So let's get into it. My girl Kehlani just dropped a new album titled It Was Good Until It Wasn't. And how ironic is that the title of her album, because that's kind of how I'm feeling about this record. Because I'm truly a Kehlani fan, love her to death. Actually, this is a 5-year reunion of her first project album, You Should Be Here, which I got to be a part of, so thank you Jesus for that opportunity. But I'm just saying that this album kind of, for me, it lacked some personality and character, and by that I mean Kehlani gives us a lot of dynamics of her when she gives us a record, and I feel like she didn't do that right now. It was kind of really chill, and I've been in conversations and I've just been listening to what people say about the album, but I kind of feel the same way. It's a very chill album. It's kind of very Summer Walker-ish, kind of her, and we don't really expect that from Kehlani. So I want to know how you guys feel. Do you guys listen to Kehlani? Have you listened to the new album? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? She's in motherhood now. Is this a Mother's Day tribute? Let us know what you think. Come on, talk to me. Okay, so my next 2 topics are really heavy. I literally took significant amounts of notes, y'all. I couldn't watch either one without being so attentive. I actually watched both of them more than once. I felt like I was a reporter. I was like, this is for my fans, this is for my friends, this is for my family. Let me give them the most accurate, report that I could. So that's why I have my notes here. So we're about to dive into it, y'all. Insecure, Season 4, Episode 5, and Real Housewives of the Union Atlanta, Part 1. Okay, so we're starting off with Insecure, Season 4, Episode 5, titled Low Key Moving On. And basically it starts off with Issa can't sleep. So she gets the late night scrolling and she DMs who? Her old boo, Mr. Nate, Green Eyes. So then he texts her and he's like, you know, want to talk? And she's like, okay. So she calls him. I'm like, oh, girl, okay. Is that how we feeling? So yeah, she calls him. And basically, we get a confirmation that Andrew and Nate are roommates, which I'm not really sure if that was really disclosed in the past, but it's confirmed because Andrew, who is Molly's boyfriend, is with Molly. So Nate's in the home by himself. I don't know why he dropped that T over Nisa. I'm like, you trying to get her to come over? Ooh. At the end of that conversation, basically, Issa says to Nate that I don't with Molly no more. And this is basically what the entire episode is about. It's basically the unraveling of their friendship. And it's so sad, but it's so good TV. Next scene, it's Andrew and Molly talking. What a coincidence. And I'm honestly so distracted by Molly's wig, I didn't pay attention to what they were talking about, and I watched it multiple times. I was just like, hair and makeup, let's talk about it, but call me separately, that's a different fee. Okay, then we get introduced to Koya, who plays the intern / personal assistant for Issa. I just had a special note for her because I thought she was really funny, you know. Then there's a scene where it's Issa versus Lawrence's ex. I don't remember, like, I know her name is something, but it's like, the fact they brought her back up here, I get it's just probably for like acknowledgement, because she basically acknowledges the fact that her and Lawrence broke up, which kind of, you know, startles Issa. But I'm like, girl, who cares? Like, she was never a actor in the beginning. So anyways, that conversation happens. Issa thanks her for her help for the block party, because that's really what this episode is about. The block party Issa's been working so hard on. So she thanks her for her help. Fast forward to Kelly on the red carpet being funny AF, you know, as usual. Like, I love Kelly. She's my favorite character. Me and my friends talk about how she needs a spin-off series. So if from my lips to God's ears, Issa, if you need a writer, an actor for that, please look at me, because I got ideas and I'm ready. But Kelly was just being funny, you know. She came with this English accent for Darnell, who was played by Amine. Shout out to Amine. I used to be on his publicity team too. So, amen. Look, everyone's working. Amen. And then, you know, Molly and Issa have a fake hug. And then Omel comes over and messes with Kelly because she has that fake accent on for her man. And that is hilarious as well. And then Nate shows up. Issa's heart stops. I'm like, oh, Green Eyes is here. And y'all, I'm just saying, like, this episode was really good because I love how Issa incorporated local talent into the episode. So there's also a moment where, not one moment, there's many moments where, you know, the director as well as production was trying to show Issa and Molly trying to find some common ground throughout the episode. Like, there's that scene where Molly tries to give Issa some food because she didn't think that Issa had been eating. And then they have the little real cute reunion moment when they're doing the wobble. I'm like, yes, like, I love that. So, because they play my favorite song and dance, you know, and I was just like, this can bring them together. But, well, speaking of favorites, I do want to give a shout out to my favorite scene of the night is when they had our favorite blood ever in the episode, where, you know, he doesn't say any words with C or K or anything that sounds like Cribs. He was at the block party and it was just really fun to see him back. I want to know, do y'all miss him? That blood guy who be booling over everything? I love it. Okay. After the wobble, the episode's coming to a close. Andrew reveals to Molly that he helped Issa secure Vince Staples, who was a guest star and the headliner for the block party. And Molly catches the attitude. She goes addresses Issa, and the next thing you know, they're arguing and almost about to get into a physical altercation. When that happens, someone yells, I think she's pulling out a knife. No, it's a gun. Either way, as black people should, everyone starts running and scattering around. Episode comes to a close. Issa is left alone, basically sitting by herself in the rain, and obviously it's symbolic for something. So I want to know what y'all think about this episode. Should Issa move on? Should she try to, you know, salvage the relationship she has with Molly? Y'all, I have my own opinions, but I want to wait to hear what y'all think before I go too far on it. So please, you know, comment below, DM me, let me know, are we all low-key moving on from Molly? All right, now let's get into the meat and juice of what y'all all here waiting for, because I know it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. And y'all, I just want to first say it off, it was good. It was good. Before I even give you all my reviews about it, it was just so good. It was worth the wait. It was, the first ever virtual reunion. And as the pioneers and trailblazers Atlanta is, for the franchise as well as for the network, they not only showed up, but they showed out. And let's get into some of my favorite moments from Reunion. Here we go. So the shade pretty much started from the beginning. Andy was going around doing his welcomes, and immediately the shade was coming for Eva from Nene and Portia. I was like, we just started and y'all already coming for the girl. But look, she held her own, because Eva just basically came to secure her peach, as Nene said. Because Nene said, well, you trying to change your plum into a peach, and the last time you were on top was when you was on Top Model? Lord Jesus. Then after that, they basically gave us a depiction or illustration of how each woman has two faces. It was Ken versus Kenya, Cynthia versus 50 Cent, Candy versus Salt Bae, and Nene versus Nene. So that was, funny. It was cute. But then we went on to see Kenya and Mark's relationship struggles. That really hurt me, because the entire season we've been watching how detrimental that relationship has been. So then that just dug us deeper into Kenya's past. And then that's where the comments came from Portia about, accepting your past. Accept your past, baby girl. Accept your past. It just was very deep, and everything was just going super fast. Like, y'all, this reunion was giving me so much. My mug runneth over. So I think while everyone was on Kenya, I think I just know Nene and Kenya were at each other's throats all night. But I will say that I give the best read to Kenya for when she said to Nene, I don't know if we're watching Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion or a scene from White Chicks. You look like a white woman in drag. Oh, Kenya. Lord Jesus. It was just because so much was going on between Portia versus Eva when they were reading about homes and titties. Portia said to Eva, girl, your titties look like they're social distancing. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so timeless, because it's so appropriate right now. And then that shade elevated between Eva making Nene leave. Nene shut down her computer. And child, when she left, nobody cared, because it was all making fun of that girl. What she fit to do? Like I said, it was so much that Andy had to even mute them. But later on, Kenya produced an actual receipt of her wedding certificate, and that is when basically, like I said, Nene left. So when we came back to commercial break, we had Tanya and Marlo now joining us. Nene came back, and it basically was just about, KMZ, which was Candy, reporting all the lies and being the new bone carrier, which I basically thought she was this season. And it was really great because, like I said, the shade was just really from the beginning. Like, even when they started off with the crowns, and Kenya was like, yep, you got some people have to buy theirs. And Portia was like, but at least mine's not dusty. But that was fun shade. Now, I just want to make sure I clarify for the people who are watching. There's fun shade and there's real shade. I feel like right now, Portia and Kenya are keeping it fun. Nene and Kenya are getting dark. Okay, y'all? So when we come back, we see that we're going through Nene's apology tour, and basically Nene dismisses all comments and conversations involving Wendy Williams, which is crazy because Wendy played such a huge role in the show with Nene. So they even, discuss how Wendy refers to her as that girl over there, how they're not really friends, and Nene just wasn't giving anyone any comments when it came to Wendy. So go her for that. But when Tanya and Marlo joined, Tanya tried to have stuff to say. I think she was trying a little hard, if you ask me. And I love Tanya. I do love Tanya, but I'm like, girl. Like, she's like, oh, was she beautiful? I'm like, girl, stop it. But nonetheless, it was good. I love Portia's little eye to the camera when she was looking for the receipts. As well as Portia is basically saying to Kenya that she has some receipts to reveal about her. Like I said, Portia brings it back to receipts, which brings her eye to the camera, and basically says that Kenya doesn't have any receipts on her and Nene, but Portia says she has receipts on her talking stuff about Cynthia. And that's pretty much how the episode came to a close, is because that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Portia to send that to Andy and to Cynthia and to see how Kenya has been fake. But y'all, like I said, it was a great reunion part 1. Like, I'm so ready for part 2. I want to know what y'all are thinking. What do you guys have to say? Who had the best look? Oh, the girl looked phenomenal. So we're going to talk about all these things later on, but of course I just want to give you guys a little something from your Mondays with Meech. I was about to have a mimosa, and I'll say mimosas with Meech, but you know, it's okay. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little blue bell if you haven't already. And thank you for tuning in, because the content's going to keep coming your way more time.